No Nut November is on the horizon. It's coming up very, very soon. And I want you guys to be prepared for No Nut November. I want you to know what you're getting yourselves into. You see, me, last year, I told myself that I was going to do No Nut November. And then I failed the very first day before I got out of bed. So, that's when I really realized how addicted I was to PMO, and I just started doing it last year. So, if I could build up that type of addiction in less than a year, I can only imagine, the people that have been doing this since a very young age and are trying to curb that addiction. So, I want to give you guys a list of benefits that you may experience just to give you some motivation to actually follow through with this. Even though there are a lot of jokes and memes centered around No Nut November, there are some very real benefits. Take it from me. I've been doing NoFap for 6 months now, and I will be making a video about the benefits that I've experienced personally in the near future. But this video is going to be more of a general benefits list based on my experiences as well as all of the research that I've done. These are very common benefits that you will probably experience from doing No Nut November. So the first thing you need to understand is that everyone's journey is different. Okay, you will probably experience all of these things at some point or another. Some of you, it may take 5 days. Some of you, it may take 10 days. Some of you may not start to see these benefits until towards the end or even beyond the 30-day mark. But if you stick with this long enough, if you turn this into a lifestyle, you'll see all of these benefits, guaranteed. You're going to see all of these benefits. There's no superpowers or anything like that. They're very logical, and I'm going to break each and every one of them down so that you can understand why you'll experience this. So the first benefit that you'll notice on No Nut November or NoFap is discipline. Okay, now logically speaking, when you're addicted to something and you stop that addiction, especially doing it overnight and going a month without it, you're going to become a more disciplined person. It's just simple logic. When you curb an addiction, you become more disciplined. The more addicted you are, the more pronounced this benefit is going to be. Because if you've been doing this for 10 years and you just suddenly stop overnight and you stick with it, your discipline levels are going to go through the roof. It's going to carry over to all of the other areas of your life. You're going to start to procrastinate less. You're going to start to be on top of your grind. You're going to start doing little things that just add up. You're setting into motion this new persona of being disciplined, of being on top of your game. Now, with discipline also comes confidence. Okay, you're going to experience more confidence. Now, for the people that already have a lot of confidence, you may not notice this as much, but if you're addicted, if you're a heavy addict to PMO, then more than likely you lack confidence in some way, shape, or form. It may be at the subconscious level, it may be consciously, but there's more than likely some type of negative self-talk there, especially if you've been trying to give up PMO for an extended period of time. That can get to you. But when you finally get it down, your confidence is going to skyrocket. And like I said, because your discipline carries over, you're going to start to see that you're naturally going to boss up. You're naturally going to level up in other areas of your life because discipline is basically the key and the foundation to success. You're not always going to be motivated in the pursuit of your goals and dreams. So when you're not feeling motivated, discipline has to take the place of motivation. And that's definitely something that I noticed quite a bit and a lot of other people noticed, is that you become more disciplined, and because you're more disciplined and because you're leveling up and bossing up in all of these other areas, because of your discipline, you're going to become more confident overall. A lot of that subconscious negative self-talk will start to dissipate. A lot of people say that after they relapse, they feel terrible. They have post-nut clarity, and they feel like they're failures. They feel like, they're wasting their lives away by doing that. That negative self-talk won't exist if you're not doing it. If you just stop doing it, then you're going to become more confident. That negative self-talk will get to you after a while. It's going to mess with your confidence. Now, because of the increase in confidence and just generally bossing up in other areas of your life, you're going to start to see women attraction. Now, people kind of blow this out of proportion, but I feel like on some level, everyone should notice this at some point or another because they have that confidence. Now, like I said, if you already have confidence, then you may not notice this as much because this is directly contingent upon your increase in confidence. One thing that I need you guys to understand is that women like confidence. No matter what type of girl it is, girls like confidence. The only girls that don't like confidence are girls that manipulate you and take advantage of the fact that you're not confident in yourself. You don't want a girl that doesn't want you at your best version. You don't want a girl that doesn't want you to be confident in yourself. Now, with that being said, when you become more confident, you're going to start to see more women showing interest in you in different ways. Some people say that women just stare at them. And I'm not trying to throw shots at anybody, but some of the people saying this are not the best looking people. It's just when you move with confidence, you move different. Your energy, your aura is different. You know that when you go into a room full of people, there are people in that group that stick out over the other people. And if you can pick up on that, then best believe women can pick up on that too. Like I said, women love confidence. Everyone loves confidence. You want somebody that's confident in themselves. What I realized is that looks, money, those things matter to an extent, especially depending on the women that you're messing with. But confidence always prevails. Always. If a girl does not choose the confident guy, she more than likely is a manipulator. Now, this next one isn't so much a benefit. It could almost be considered a negative depending on if you know how to channel this energy into productive outlets. And that is anger. One thing about doing NoFap or retention is you're going to have mood swings. And I've touched on this multiple times in previous videos, but you're going to start to see that you'll just find yourself angry out of nowhere. It doesn't even take anything to provoke you. You'll just be sitting there minding your business, and out of nowhere, you'll just get mad. This can be a negative or it can be a positive, depending on how you use it. If you use that energy to go to the gym or to maybe create something, this can be a very productive, positive thing. You should feel all emotions. This helps you get more in tune with your emotions and learn to tame your emotions, not suppress your emotions, but tame them in the sense that you learn to express them in a positive way as opposed to lashing out at people. So, this can definitely help you, but if you don't control yourself, if you don't learn to transmute this energy into productive outlets, then you might find yourself in a lot of trouble. Now, the next thing that you'll probably notice after 30 days of NoFap or No Nut November is increased focus levels. Okay, now, some people experience brain fog to an extent. When they're constantly thinking about women, of course, it's going to be hard to focus on the things that really matter. But once you learn to control your mind, control the thoughts that enter your mind by controlling your consumption of different things, getting away from social media, not going to strip clubs, things like that, that's when you'll find an insane level of focus. It's hard to really explain, but after a while, you'll see what I mean. You can get into the zone. This is especially beneficial for anybody in school, anybody playing sports. You're just going to be on a different wavelength than everyone else. You're going to be able to lock in at a different level. Like I said, you have to learn to control your consumption levels, but once you master that, then all you're left with is focus. Just increased focus and energy, which is the next benefit. You have more energy. Okay, now, logically speaking, it makes sense that you'll have energy because you're suppressing that urge, that physical urge. It's basically the one thing that we are here to do as men. We're here to release. We're here to keep the population going and growing. So if you don't do that, what you'll find is you're going to be, antsy. You're going to notice an increase in energy, and you're going to have to find ways to expend this energy. With me personally doing YouTube, I noticed major growth. It's because I put all of my energy into YouTube. And energy, focus, and discipline combined, that combination of things will breed success no matter what it is you're trying to do. You're going to have more energy. Think about, for example, If you have to pee really bad and you can't find a bathroom and you're just holding it in, you're going to start jumping around and you won't be able to sit still. The thing about retention and NoFap is that you can transmute that energy. You can transmute that energy into other areas. So whatever it is you're trying to do, like I said, if you're in school, if you play sports, whatever you're trying to do, if you have an outlet to put that energy in, you're going to start to see major results over time. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is your workouts. Okay, if you lift weights, if you run, whatever you do, if you're active, you're going to notice that you're going to be more athletic in general. You're going to be able to lift more. You're going to be able to go a little bit harder. You'll be able to increase the intensity levels with your workouts. Because, like I said, you have more energy, you have more focus, you have more discipline, and you have more confidence in yourself. When you combine all of those things, those make for better workouts and thus better gains. That's how the body works. You improve each workout and you become stronger, you become bigger, you become more athletic, you just become better. And this feeds more into your confidence. And you'll start to see that you'll get even more women. Like I said, none of this stuff, these aren't superpowers. This is just simple logic. Some of it is placebo, I'm not gonna lie. Some people like to blow things out of proportion a little bit. But these benefits are real.